Hey guys, it's Johnny with RV SWAT, and we just got back from the big tent show in Quartzsite, Arizona, and I picked up a new product while I was there, and I'm extremely excited about it, so stick around and I'll show you what it is. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to show you a new product I picked up at the big tent show. It's from a company called RV Whisper. And this is a Bluetooth wireless monitoring system for your RV. So it will basically monitor your temperature in your rig. They have propane sensors, shore power, battery power, and a lot more. So we're going to open up the box. We're going to show you what comes in the kit, and then we're going to go through and install. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll share a link with you where the SWAT team can get a discount on this one. This will be a multi-part video series on the RV Whisper. Today what we're going to cover is the unboxing and what comes in the kit that I picked up, and the setup, the initial setup and installation. Then we're going to have more videos down the road as I get more sensors. We're going to have videos for adding all the different type of sensors. We're also going to have a video showing you in detail the app and the monitoring and how to set the alerts and all that. So there will be a couple videos in this series. So let's get started with the first one. So we're going to open up the box. First thing we have is a quick start guide, which we'll go over in just a little bit. So we'll set that aside. Let me set this down here. We have a USB power cable. This is for powering the Whisper device itself. This one is a battery monitor sensor. So we'll discuss what that one does. This is a temperature sensor. We have a 110 power adapter. We have, looks like, some Velcro strips and the complete user manual. So we'll go over all that one in detail. And you also have, this is the RV Whisper module. So this is the actual computer where all the magic happens. Right, so all these devices have a unique serial number on them, and we'll show you the importance of that in just a little bit. The Whisper device itself also has a local Wi-Fi and password, and we'll show you what that's for. Okay. So let me get all this opened up and then we'll jump right into it. Okay, so we have everything unboxed, and everything that I opened came with its own Velcro. So this is a round Velcro disc that comes with the temperature sensor. There's a small Velcro that comes with the battery monitor, and then a Velcro for your Whisper device. Okay. Now let me just give you my rundown on my interpretation of how the system works. Again, I'm no expert. I haven't even used the product yet. I just saw it and spoke to the owner at the tent show, so I have somewhat of an understanding of how it works. So all your sensors, once we go through the setup and install, you place your sensors wherever you want them. Now the temperature sensors, this kit that I have came with, one temperature and one battery. I can see getting a bunch of sensors. I think you can have up to 10 sensors, 10 of each type of sensor on the Whisper itself. So indoor temperature, put one in your refrigerator, put one in the freezer, put one in your outside bay where your tanks are. Make sure your tanks aren't freezing. Your water bay, any place that you want to keep an eye on the temperature and get alerts whenever it gets in the danger zones. So that one, and then the battery. This battery one is going to clip to your battery, red positive, black negative, and then you're going to Velcro this either to the battery or in your bay somewheres. And this is going to monitor battery voltage and temperature. Okay. There are other configurations on the kits and lots of other sensors, and we'll go through that in just a little bit. But all the sensors talk to this device via Bluetooth, and all the data is stored in this computer. So you can access the data through the app on your phone if you're local, you know, in the RV or something, or within Bluetooth range of this device, or Wi-Fi range. It has its own Wi-Fi. So you don't have internet connection, or don't need internet connection to get the data off of this device. But if you want to have email alerts, remote access, things like that, then you do need Wi-Fi in your rig. Me personally, I wouldn't recommend, you know, having it unless you have Wi-Fi. Make sure you have Wi-Fi in your rig. We have a hotspot that sits in our cabinet, so you always want internet connectivity. But all the data stored on here, then you can access it locally or through the internet through a cloud portal that Whisper has. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get things started. Let's see how we get this set up. So let's look at our quick start guide, and we're just going to follow right along, and I'm going to read the guide, and we're going to look at the steps and get it all set up. So the first thing I want to show you is how the system works. I kind of explained my understanding of it, but real quick before we get into the installation, let's come over here to support and how it works, because I do want to show you here. So you can see all your sensors, your Bluetooth sensor, your temperature sensor, all the sensors you have. Again, talk Bluetooth to the Whisper itself, which is right here. All the data is stored on the monitoring system, so it is an actual mini computer that all the data is stored. As long as you're connected Wi-Fi from your phone to this sensor on its own Wi-Fi network, you can access all the information without an internet connection. So if you're local and you want to check the history of your sensors and stuff, because it does send the information every 5 minutes to the sensor, so it will build graphs and stuff, which we will see in later videos. We will go more into the graphs and the history and stuff like that. Don't want to get into that right now because I don't want to make this video too long, but I do want to show you that your phone can access it. Also, the sensor is going to send it up to your hotspot, and your hotspot will share it to the RV Whisper internet gateway. And this cloud component, this is what's going to cost you $42 a year after the first year. The first year is covered in the cost of the kit. Once you have access to this cloud, then you can access the data from anywhere, right? So let's get into the setup itself. So we're going to open it up. So the first thing you have to do is register on RV Whisper Gateway. So we have to go basically create an account online. So it says here that the address is HTTPS, and it is HTTPS it is gateway.rvwhisper.com. So we're going to go gateway.rvwhisper.com, and you see that that brings us to this page, and it says click on new user, register here, and then we're going to fill out this information. Alright, after you get the form completely filled out, everything they're asking for, you're going to click sign me up. So we now have our RV Whisper Gateway account set up. Next in the quick start guide, it says set up Wi-Fi on the monitoring station. So we have to power up the RV Whisper monitor station. Now what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to power it up right here off the USB. Later on, whenever I actually install it in my cabinet where it's going to go, I'll show you where it's going and what I'm plugging it into. Now I will say this, it does come with the AC adapter that you can plug in and have your device powered up, but I wouldn't recommend doing this because if you lose shore power and you don't have an inverter system set up, you know, if you lose 110 voltage, then you're going to lose power to the Whisper and it's not going to work. So if you have the ability to run it off of a cigarette lighter plug or any USB plug that runs off of your 12-volt system in the RV, that's going to be the best way to go. But for now, we're going to do it right off the computer. So we're going to power this up by plugging this in right here. So I've downloaded, I went to the App Store. I do have Apple. If you have Android, go to whatever App Store you have, and you're looking for the RV Whisper launcher. We're going to go ahead and launch that. Okay, so from the main screen of the app. We're going to hit change settings. We're going to put in the local Wi-Fi information off of the RV Whisper. So we're going to enter that in. But first, we're going to make sure that our phone is connected to the Wi-Fi of the RV Whisper. So let's go ahead and switch our settings in our phone, connect to the local Wi-Fi. Put in the password. Alright, then we'll go back here. And then we'll join the Wi-Fi. Alright, once you get logged in to the local Wi-Fi on the Whisper, then this screen is asking you for your Wi-Fi of your RV. So whatever Wi-Fi you have, I'm going to choose mine from the list, which is RV SWAT Hotspot. That's our internet. And we're going to put in the password for that one. And we're going to hit save and reboot. So when we hit save and reboot, that's actually going to reboot your RV Whisper module. And then that's going to set the Wi-Fi settings. So now this is going to connect to our Wi-Fi in our RV. So once that reboots and now it's connected, it brings you back to the home screen here of the launcher app. And what we're going to do is log into the gateway. This is the username and password that you set up and verified in your email. Alright, so once you're logged in, the first thing you're going to see is where it says no name RV. So the first thing we need to do is give it a name. So we're going to click on the settings icon, the little gear icon on the app. And that's going to bring us into our general settings. And you see RV name. We're going to take out the no name RV. And our RV is named Dakota. And time zone, we are in Arizona, so the time zone is right. And we're going to hit save. And then we're going to hit the little eye icon up top. So we hit the eye, that's a refresh. So once it refreshes, we now see that the name of our RV is Dakota, and we can now start adding some sensors. So what we're going to do today, being this video is getting a little long, all we're going to install today is the temperature monitor, the temperature sensor. We're going to go through the installation of one of these, and then in the next video we will install the battery sensor and we will go over the app itself in detail. So let's get this sensor set up. Open the sensor, take it out of the bag, which we have. Note the serial number on side of the sensor. So we're going to need that serial number, and it says remove the battery pull tab, which is here. So remove that tab. Sensor is now live, and it says log into the app and press the sensor setting, which looks like the little up here in the top right corner next to the gear, looks like a little antenna settings, 3 lines. We're going to click that one, and that's going to get us into the sensor settings, and we're going to click add a sensor. So here we click add sensor, and under add wireless sensor we're going to select the BTH1, which if you look at the beginning of the serial number here, it does say BTH1, which is the type of sensor, and then the serial number next to it. So BTH1 is there, and now we're going to punch in the sensor number. Alright, enter the 4 and then click validate wireless sensor and follow the on-screen prompts to register. So then we're going to click validate wireless sensor. Let's see, which sensor is this? So this one we're going to do indoor. So we're going to, and they also have custom names, so as you add more sensors you can do custom stuff, but this one we're going to call this our indoor sensor. And you see the little icon where it puts it on the screen. So there's indoor, outdoor, fridge, freezer, and then custom. So when you start adding to like your water bays and stuff like that, you can do a custom one. But we're going to do indoor, and we're going to hit register sensor. and then you hit the eye icon to refresh, and it says scroll down to see all sensor data. So there we go. So now we see that in the RV, right in front of a little puppy dog there, we see there's no data on that sensor. That's our indoor sensor. So the only sensor we have right now is the indoor temperature. It says no data because, again, every 5 minutes it's going to report to the RV Whisper and then log the data and start building graphs and stuff, which we'll see in later videos. So the sensor is installed. In 5 minutes, if I hit that refresh button, it should, there, it done it already. So it's showing 82 degrees right here where I'm sitting, 82 degrees and 47% humidity, and you'll see the timestamp right under that, January 23rd at 1 p.m. So every 5 minutes it's going to update and start building that graph. Alright, so the last thing that I want to do in this video is actually create an alert for this temperature sensor that we just installed. So we're going to create an alert to where we will get emails or text whenever that alert range happens. So let's just follow along in the book again. It says to add or edit alert text. We're going to click the exclamation icon in the triangle up top. So we're going to click that, and then the button that says alert setup underneath the my current alerts, we're going to hit alert setup, and then we're going to add alert trigger, and then from here we're just going to fill out the information. So we're going to call this one indoor is getting too warm, right? And what sensor do we want that to come from? We want that coming from the indoor temperature sensor. Latest data, it's 82, so here's your latest data for it. And what are the trigger conditions? So the trigger conditions, we're going to answer this. We want it in temperature degrees in Fahrenheit. Temperature degrees is greater than, right? And our options is greater than or less than, so we're going warmer, so we're going to go greater than. If it gets over, let's just say 85 degrees for now. So if it gets over 85 degrees for more than 5 minutes, right? That's the condition. And now select the email address and or phone numbers to alert. So we want this email address. Then you can add new emails or phone numbers. And then you can send alert once or alert every 5 minutes until acknowledged. So we're going to alert every, let's do every 5 minutes until acknowledged. And then let's also add a phone number, and we have AT&T. Alright, so we have the number in, and that is my number. So we're going to add to list above. And then right now I'm the only user, non-registered user or me, because in the main setting I haven't set up any other users yet, so we'll add Tracy later as a user. But we're going to add this to the list, and we're going to update. So now it shows the phone number and the email address that this alert is going to go to every 5 minutes until acknowledged. So add alert trigger. This one is ready, so you can see back under the alerts tab, every time we add an alert, it will add it to this list. Alright guys, stay tuned for the next video where we are going to add the battery temperature and voltage monitoring, and we're also going to permanently mount these with Velcro in the locations that we want them, and then we're going to dive deeper into the launcher app, and we're going to set lots of alerts and go really deep into the settings, and by that time I should have some graphs from this sensor, so then we can look at the graphs of all the history of the sensor. But for those of you that stuck around to the end, I did want to show you, if we look over on the computer, so this link will be in the description of the video also, but here we go, rvwhisper.com/RVSWAT, and that's going to bring us to the RV SWAT catalog. So what he's done is he's given us 5% off of the 3 most popular combinations of the kits. So you can see the first one, this is a kit that comes with 3 temperature sensors plus a battery voltage sensor. There's the next popular kit is 1 temperature sensor, and then the third kit is no sensors. It's just the RV Whisper just to get you started, and you'll see that these are special pricings for RV SWAT. You can look right here and see that. But anything besides the first 3 are at regular price. So if you come in here and start adding more sensors, so you can see the temperature sensors are $26, $46 for the battery. This is a propane sensor, works on 20 and 30 pound propane cylinders. So these are your propane sensors. This is a door open sensor if you want to mount them on your front door, if you want to mount them on your cargo bay doors, anything like that. It'll log every time the door is open and closed. You have a motion sensor here, and then the battery power. This is a little bit more advanced than this battery. This battery one up here is just the voltage and temperature. This one you can see will monitor battery amps, amp hours, battery state of charge, 2 DC voltages, includes a 60 amp shunt, or can be used with an external shunt. So if you have solar and things like that, this will show you the state of charge and things like that that's going on and build you some nice graphs. This is your water leak sensor, and then getting into the Watchdog through Hughes, from Hughes, I'm sorry. The Watchdog Search protectors that you can plug in that work in conjunction with the RV Whisper, so you can also monitor your shore power while you're plugged in also. So great system. I love the fact that we're going to be able to monitor a lot of things in the RV. Of course, starting with the most important to us is the temperature, so we can make sure our gadget is safe whenever we're not in here. So that is the most important to us. I can't wait to add sensors to our refrigerator to make sure our food is safe, to the water bays outside to make sure nothing's freezing. I have a lot of plans with this system, so I can't wait to really get started with it. If you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you get notifications of the next videos coming out, which, like I said, there will be several videos with RV Whisper. In the next one, we're going to install the battery monitor, and we're going to go in depth into the app, and we're going to see what all these graphs look like and see how detailed this system is. So stick around, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.